Wow, you took your time, nerd. As I look over to the window... there's 2 overs. As I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming to the room is distinctly orange tint. I chose to look to that window, and not the one directly to my left. That's my right. That's my right. Even here, time doesn't stand still. I'm sorry, but even though she is a beautiful blonde, she cannot pop Zawago. Huh. The time's gone quickly. So, right, she's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems kind of a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of the time. Sorry, Hasao. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long. I moved quickly to allay her concern. No, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. It's probably something I should have asked Shizune when I had the chance, but nobody seems likely to know in any case. True. It's open until 6:30 during weekdays. A quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there. Really? When does the sun set and... Oh, I guess they're coming out of winter, so it's like... Going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod, her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her. It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you where the library is? I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it alright. Well, unless my navigational skills fail me, which is why I'm here in the first place. Which they seem to be in the habit of doing. It's alright. I was going to be talking with the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you. Gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. If you're sure, then that'd be great. Nice. As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of a straight, retractable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's looks much thinner and longer. His must be for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Together, we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. That music is still overwhelming. Does this setting even do anything? I don't know anymore, man. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walk through the hallway. You already mentioned that you are slow. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door to the warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor rather than either wing. That's a good place for a library, right? Ladies first. She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. To the left is the wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school's library, with the distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old world air. There don't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms. Yuko, are you here? She says it to thin air since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Something from under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail. I totally forgot about Yuko. The origin, apparently the librarian, quickly crawls out and bounces up to extremely rigid attention. Hi, Lily! Oh, jeez. I gotta get this right. She's definitely a nerd longer. I can tell she's nervous. Hi, Lily. How can I help you? Her voice is strained in a failing attempt to sound casual, and she's rubbing the back of her head. Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing. I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and while I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and I was looking for both of them. You came and surprised me. Are you alright? I'm sorry. I couldn't know. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me. Missing body. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter. Yes, worse things have happened. The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression. Then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look, she seems to fit a library perfectly. Ah, Lily, did you get my message? Message?
2 important books that arrived. Right. They finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but...
Amidst her celebrations, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure, she notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does. And if you're thinking Fluttershy, I'm keeping that in my pocket. There's a better reason.
Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Do you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry.
The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling.
He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian.
Pleased to meet you.
Hisao. Pleased to meet you too, Hisao.
For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name on her mind so she won't forget.
Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library?
Wait, I just realized that Japanese Braille, because Braille's an alphabet cipher, right? So Japanese Braille has to be different from English Braille. Blind people, please respond. Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror.
Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what you could be interested in. This is too much responsibility.
How it's any responsibility at all, I don't get, but her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are.
But...
So, there are a lot of books in Braille here? I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops in my head. It seems to work at least partially, as Yuko seems to not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less tense.
well...
Hey, sirens! That's an excuse to eat a cookie. Sirens. Delicious sirens.
Well, I think about a third or fourth of Yumaku's library is either in Braille or audio.
Makes sense, given all the blind students that'd be here. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place?
Well, we get a lot of new books regularly, because the library is already adequately endowed. That's probably why. I spend more on new books than on my salary, and then I have to organize and shelve all of them. It's so troublesome and they weigh so much. I wish I could quit this job.
A very awkward silence follows this revelation of too much information. I'll go check the aisles then, if you don't mind. It's probably best for all of us that she doesn't keep talking to me.
Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I would have those books if it's still alright with you.
My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Is that an impression or just sight? Ambling down the narrow aisles, I studied the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. Guess I'll never be stuck for choice in here. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is. A library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily and snuck with us in here? Not snuck in here with us. Or not using the word snuck. That's weird. Unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. Since it's part of what Lily is best girl, just being around her makes you calm. Except for that librarian. I reach the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks, set up for study or for personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has the odd student sitting at a desk, either reading or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of the several beanbags. It's the dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck into the classroom earlier. She's reading a book and missing an eye and nose. Keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really into it. From the way she was acting today, I had her pegged as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raises all sorts of whys in my head. Intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface, and before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-haired girl. The Yuri. Actually, this game predates Doki Doki, so she's like Yuri Beta. Guess there's no harm in introducing myself as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. The girl starts, looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see the part of her face, at least a third if not half, is badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second I'm shocked and avert my eyes to the book in her hands, before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. It takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember what I walked up to her for. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What are we gonna do this time, folks? Yeah, didn't mean to startle. It's suitable to apologize when she's freaking out. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
It's okay.
The girl certainly doesn't look like it's okay, but I let it slide. Wait, I have voiced this girl before. I should have looked up those episodes. It's too late. At least for the rest of this stream, she's Fluttershy. So, you mind if I sit here? She seems to be very uncertain whether it's okay or not for me to sit, but finally she nods, just a little. I take the seat next to her and she hides herself behind the rope. Life of Pi. Never heard of it. Yes, for the movie. So, sorry for startling you. I'm Sal. She looks up from her book, stalling a little before replying.
Same class.
Her speech is stilted and so quiet that it's barely audible, even in the still library. Somehow I think my delinquent impression of her was wrong. I resist the urge to say that's a nice name just to have something to say, but really it's the only thing I can think of. I feel like an idiot. Everyone here must be used to being different to each other, and here I'm being bothered all Here I'm being all bothered and fussed about that kind of thing. Fussed about that kind. You don't get fussed about things. I thought you were gonna say fussed over. Don't let me interrupt your reading. I'll just check these books if you don't mind. She nods a little and sighs a little sigh of relief. So I try to read the covers and introductions to the books I picked up, and she buries her face in her book. Uncomfortable silence consumes us. It even destroyed the music. My eyes wander to her direction, and I sneak peeks at her flowing hair and the scars it's hiding. Ooh, you got busted, idiot. After a while, I realize she's doing the same and only pretending to be immersed in Life of Pi. Her gaze is not inquisitive at all, though. It darts around like a scared rabbit. When our gazes finally meet, the chain reaction is unstoppable. She stands up forcefully from the beanbag and takes a deep breath. I
gotta go do something!
Without warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter. Her hair-like takeoff catches me so off guard that I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start. By the time I reach the counter, she's nowhere to be seen. Lily and Yuko are happily chatting away. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approach the girls. Is it Hanako or Hanako? Hanako? I approach the girls. Apparently it's supposed to be Natsuki, but that you seems to demand pronunciation. Hey, did you notice a girl run past here?
What did she look like?
Long, dark hair, kinda shy. She had, well, some scars on her face.
You wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you?
Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something.
Oh dear. Yuko, would you excuse me? I'd better try and find her. Sure, I'll just hold on to these until you come back.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, but I'll have to explain to you some other time.
Right. See you later then. Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong?
What did you do?
Nothing! I was just looking for some books, and then she got this fit and ran off. The most offending thing I could think of might have been that I looked at her general direction a few times.
Well, she is a very timid girl. You have to be very careful around her. She can be jumpy, I think, and she's not accustomed to talking with other people. It's a bit
Strange?
I wonder. It's just how she is, I think.
Yuko doesn't sound all that convincing. And again, maybe this is just the norm around here. Everyone has their own problems, so they wouldn't be here. How should I deal with these people? Forcing myself to act overly casually only makes me feel phony. Like I was supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room. Yuko fidgets, looking like she wants to say something to that, but resisted.
I think it's an elephant to only feel that way.
I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. It makes me smile, and she blushes heavily.
What? Did that sound stupid?
No, it sounded really wise. God, that music is such a twist. That intensity. No, it sounded really wise. I guess you're right, it's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us has anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. People who have papers on their desks really like doing that.
Did you find any books? I should be closing soon. I mean, this library should be closing, but I have to do it. I hope that's not too inconvenient for you.
Oh, yeah, I want some books, but I left them over there because... I'll just go get them. I fetched my stack of books from beside the beanbags where Hanako and I were sitting and returned to the counter.
Wow, you read a lot, don't you?
I surprised myself with that too, honestly. At least when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time earlier this year, so I just kind of started reading books to fill that time. I couldn't do much else. But she doesn't say anything else and just checks out my books for me. I guess this is what they call tact.